Alrighty then, this is Lucifer here, business and spiritual consultant, and we have a special direct messaging from Lucifer himself. The man, the big kahuna, the man with the plan, the real deal McCoy, the real McCoy. Gucci Mane Flair in the flesh. Alright, here's my message. Here's the message. The message is I'm gonna try to not disrespect and be a little bit too Dr. Feelgood and act like a bitch and shit. But it's kind of hard to do that. I don't know, because people are very judgmental and they don't like nice things and they don't like positivity. But I'll say it anyway, because some people need to know this, because some people are going through this and they are depressed and oppressed, ostracized. I ran out of big words, big, black lawyer words. I would have to look at Johnny Cochran to do that correctly. Whatever. So, what's going on is the scapegoat. It's a secret. What I'm about to say is a secret. But I guess Lucifer feels like hugging y'all a little bit, like taking you in his arms and be like, "It's gonna be all right, you MFer, you son of a ding dong." But this is a big secret. This is a big secret that nobody wants you to know. I might get killed for saying what I'm about to say, man. I might get killed for saying the thing I'm about to say. They might shut my YouTube channel down for saying the shit that I'm about to say, man. You know what I mean? I might become a unbalanced, paranoid schizophrenic for saying the shit that I'm about to say. By the way, it's your first time joining my channel. My name is Lucifer, business and spiritual consultant. And if you're wondering what is Lucifer doing on Earth, well, he's talking about everything that the Earth is made of, which is what? Business and spirituality. Yes, sir. So, what's going on right now is this big secret that could get me killed, hang by the neck or by the testicles, burned at the stake. You know what I mean? Let me tell you. The scapegoat. The secret of the scapegoat. Now get ready for this. Go get a pen. Press pause. Go get a pen and a pad. Press pause. Alright? I'm gonna give you some time. Press pause on this video. Go get a pen and a pad and write this shit down. Put it somewhere where you can remember it. Because some of y'all are not going to remember that shit. Go put it somewhere where you can remember it, man. So, Lucifer wants you to know that being a scapegoat is not a bad thing. Being a scapegoat is not a bad thing. It seems like a bad thing. The thing is, here's the difference between me and other YouTubers. You know what I mean? Other YouTubers are not gonna tell you this kind of shit. They don't want you to know this kind of shit. If they wanted you to know that kind of shit, they would tell you. And if they knew this kind of shit, they would also tell you. But this is a magical secret. This is an Illuminati magical secret. Because the Illuminati created scapegoats. The Illuminati wants people in their family to become a scapegoat. They are asking for sacrifices. They're asking for sacrifices. You have to sacrifice someone you love in the scapegoat fashion. Not in the human sacrifice fashion, in the scapegoat fashion. Because there's human sacrifices, but without the scapegoat, you can't do all of those human sacrifices. So scapegoats are very, very fucking important. Because in order for all this shit to function and all this shit to work, you need to give someone up to a god or a demon or a spirit or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. At this point, I don't even know who the fuck these guys pray to or who the fuck these niggas are sacrificing shit to. I guess it's God. You know what I mean? Because even pardon my language, even in the Bible, it says that you have to sacrifice a goat. Jesus, what the fuck am I doing? That guy was a scapegoat. They poured all of his sins, everybody poured all of their sin into this person, and then they sacrificed him to get rid of all of the sins. It's a technique. They're not talking to you about an actual story that actually happened. They're giving you a trick on how to gain success. It's a magical spell. It's a magical spell. It's not about a guy. Oh, poor this guy, he got crossed, he died for, oh no. Yeah, well, yes, he did. But it's not him that died. It's every one of us that became a scapegoat. Every one of us that has been branded to be a scapegoat. We are the ones dying for everybody else's sin. I mean, not me, because I went to be like I'm a whole demon. You know what I mean? So, but before I became a whole demon, I was a scapegoat. You know what I mean? I'm just rebellious in that fashion. So I didn't really take, like, I took a little bit of people's sins. But I'm a rebel. So I never really, like, I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you know what I mean? So I was kind of like, I just didn't care. You know, I would never listen. But it still happened because it's a spell. It's a magical spell. You know what I mean? So when you're hearing like the story of that dude being nailed to the cross for all of our sins, that's a magical spell. It's a magical spell. And we're still doing it today. People are still scapegoats today. The only thing is people don't know why they're scapegoat. Let me tell you why you're a scapegoat. Because I can gain success with your sacrifice. I can gain success. But the thing is, it's not his personal success. It's for everybody else's success. You're a scapegoat. In order to succeed, somebody has to lose. In order to succeed, someone has to lose. In order to create, something needs to be destroyed. It is and always shall be a primordial law in metaphysics, whether you like it or not. Whether you're Kumbaya or a war god, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're feeling. At the end of the day, the spiritual law dictates that in order to create, you must first destroy. In order to have life, you must have death. In order to have light, you must have shadow. Or vice versa, obviously. So, you're sacrificed. You have been sacrificed by the entire world. You have been sacrificed not by one specific person. It wasn't Elmira that sacrificed you. It wasn't Dolo the pilot that sacrificed you. It's the entire world that sacrificed you. Of course, everybody in the entire world doesn't know you by name or by face, but they know you by agreement. It's a commonwealth. It is a common. The world turns on a commonwealth system, especially when we're talking about the higher ups. Because they're really the ones generating the commonwealth. Trades, debt, GDP systems. So you're now waking up to realize that you're a scapegoat. Everybody is ostracizing you. Everybody is trying to make you feel bad. Everybody, because they are pumping. The thing you gotta understand is, this is the weird thing. The same people that unleashes their anger at you or their hate at you, they're not like that with everybody else in the world. They're not like that with everybody else. It's just you. They're just like that with you. They're not doing that with other people. They're doing that with you. With other people they're fine. But you're the scapegoat. You're the scapegoat, so they have to put their sin into you. They have to release their sin into you. So like that, you will bring the sin to the gods and he will be cleansed. And then he'll walk into heaven. He will be accepted into the pearly gates. He will be able to walk in paradise. It is a commonwealth. Yes, of course, some people are aware, some people are not aware. Some people are not aware. Some people have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about right now. There's a lot of people that have no idea what the fuck I'm talking, you know what I mean? But that doesn't matter. The scapegoat is a very important sacrifice in civilization, because most of you guys think that shit has changed because you see tall buildings, because you see massive supermarkets, because you see huge megalosaurus malls or megalosaurus what's it called, amusement parks, right? Go to Six Flags, it's huge. You go to Walt Disney, it's humongous. It's like a whole country. You know what I mean? So you don't think that things in the past are still relevant today. So you don't think that we're still sacrificing goats in the name of the Holy Spirit. I don't know if that's a bad word. Pardon me, my demons. I'm a little bit ignorant about the whole holiness shit. This divine entity, this supposed, presumably, I feel like that's blasphemous to say, but this divine entity, we are still sacrificing people to this divine entity. But we have evolved in the way that we're doing it. People was doing it that way back in the days too, but only highly only like the most only the most learned mages and sages knew how to sacrifice people without actually killing them. It's only those guys that knew that shit. But now the secret is out. The secret was out a long time ago. The secret was out like 2,000, 3,000 years ago. You know what I mean? But back in those days, it's only those guys that knew how to do that shit. You know what I mean? But now it's a common thing. Because the city is bigger. Because the country is bigger. Because we need more things. Because we have more debt. Because we have a higher GDP. So when you're walking around, you're seeing fast cars and you're seeing big buildings and shit like that. You're kind of like impressed by it. And you're telling yourself all that shit that was considered mythological couldn't have been real. But the thing you don't understand is all that shit that was considered mythological is the reason why we have all these big buildings and all these fast and nice looking cars. Is because of the shit of old. And it's not really old because it's still relevant today. So it didn't really age. It didn't really age. We're still doing it today. So you're a scapegoat. And I mean, some people feel like they're scapegoats. They know they're scapegoats. You know what I mean? Like, you're a necessary sacrifice in society. It's thanks to you that the society is thriving. It's thanks to you that there are celebrities. It's thanks to you that there are celebrities. Without your sacrifice, there wouldn't be celebrities. Without your sacrifice, there wouldn't be a 1% of the people that have all the money in the world. Without your sacrifice, we wouldn't have mansions or McMansions. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have condos. We wouldn't have shit. We needed your sacrifice. We needed to appease the gods with your sacrifice. But I said one thing. We needed to appease the gods with your sacrifice. But listen, because you might feel like, well, fuck the gods if they wanted to sacrifice me. I'm gonna kill the gods myself. Relax, buddy. Take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. Because the gods are not stupid. The gods are not stupid. What does that mean? The gods are not stupid. Yeah, they're stupid because they're trying to sacrifice me. Hold up. Let me tell you. The gods accept scapegoat sacrifices all of the time. But here's the thing. What I just said might get me killed, and this shit might get me tortured. The shit I'm about to say, that shit might get me locked up in somebody's basement and get beat the fuck up all night for saying this shit. You know what I mean? So listen, the gods ain't that stupid. So yeah, the little humanity are creating scapegoat sacrifices in order to have, like, to elevate the country. Fine. We accept your sacrifice. But the gods don't believe in human sacrifices. The gods don't think that it's a good thing to sacrifice a human. So, what exactly is going on? So, the thing with scapegoats, most of them call themselves, some of them call themselves saints because they believe that they're virtuous and righteous and they're following the path of the holy moly guacamole. You know what I mean? But in actuality, let me tell you what's going on. So they sacrificed you. All these people were like, because you got to understand, you got to think from an outside point of view. Like, you got to think like you're watching this happening, right? So you're seeing all these people turn their backs against this guy, throwing insults, trying to injure the person, you know, all kinds of shit, just trying to traumatize the person to the best of their capabilities. You know what I mean? They have fervor in, I mean, the fervor is not misplaced, you know what I mean? Because in some shape or form, it's commendable. Like, because you're like, this is for the betterment of society, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna throw this fucking tomato as hard as I can on this MFer. You know what I mean? So at some point, in some shape or form, it's commendable. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it takes courage. You need courage to do that shit because you don't hate the guy. You don't hate the girl. You don't hate the guy. It's just, you know, you really want society to succeed, and somebody told you in order for society to succeed, you got to take this fucking tomato and you got to throw that shit as hard as you can at this MFer, man. And then you're like, man, I don't want to do this. And then you're like, yeah, I don't want to do this, but it's for the betterment of society, man. You know what? Fuck you, nigga. You know what I mean? You throw the fuck thing, you know what I mean? It's, well, you got to throw that shit so hard. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, bruh. It's for your own good. You know what I mean? But you're looking at this. You're looking at this poor guy. You're looking at this poor guy getting, or this poor woman. There's women get. There's women scapegoats. There's women scapegoats too. So you're looking at people just throwing tomatoes, all kinds of shit, plastic bags, empty soda cans. You know what I mean? Like, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? At this person for years. Not just one day, for years. You're looking at this happening for years. So how, as a regular, don't think like you're a god. Think as a well-meaning person. How would that make you feel to see some shit like that? To see everybody turning against somebody like that? Especially for buildings and material. It would mess you up, wouldn't it? It would mess you up real good. You'll be like, fuck humanity. Like, humanity can kiss my ass. You know what I mean? But the gods didn't stand at just that. What they did is they said, okay, it's a ritual. They have the right to do magic. They have the right to practice. They have free will. I understand what they want. Fine. We'll give them what they want. But just like Dorothy, no, it's not Dorothy, but just like the little girl, the little princess in the woods, I'm going to give her a bad apple. I'm going to give them a bad apple. You know what I mean? I'm going to give them a bad fucking apple. What is that apple? Let me tell you. Every time you create a scapegoat, what are you actually doing? You are actually creating a god. Which is also in the Bible, by the way. Every time you create a, because he died and then he became fucking invincible after that. Apparently, I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? But that's what they say in the Bible. It's like resurrected and blah blah blah. So when you create a scapegoat, what you're trying to do, what you're actually doing, you are creating a god. But humans don't know that. They don't know that part. This is a secret. Of course you don't know. Don't look at yourself and wondering what the fuck. Of course you're not supposed to know. I'm telling you this shit right now. That's why it's a secret. If it wasn't a secret, you'd already know it. You know what I mean? So every time humanity creates a scapegoat, they're actually creating a god. So what the gods did is they accept the scapegoat. And what happens is, this is the reason why you're getting downloads. This is the reason why you feel like you're a holy moly guacamole. This is the reason why I think I'm a demon, right? Because what happened was, every time they do that, the gods are now your parents. So they adopt you. They take you away from your family. Because your family don't want you. Your friends don't want you. Nobody wants you. So now they're kind of like, alright, we're going to teach this nigga. We're going to teach this nigga now. This nigga now, he's part of us. You know what I mean? So, but the thing is, sometimes there's some scapegoats out there that they don't listen. Or they don't understand. Or they freak out. Or they think they're crazy. Or they're blinded by light. So the gods actually take you away from your peoples. You know what I mean? Like they're actually trying to teach you how to have power. So that's why you're getting booed, but at the same time you're learning how to become strong. And you're not just learning how to become strong because you're turning tomatoes and then you have integrity and then blah, 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 bullshit, Hollywood movie shit. No, they're teaching you, they're giving you power. You have powers. You have abilities, don't you? You do, right? You don't know how to just soul travel. You know how to do a bunch of shit. You can heal people. You can, you have divine knowledge. You all naturally without doing any rituals. Because you are taught by gods. Gods are your parents now. They adopted you. Whether you like it or not, you are theirs. Because these people, they already gave you away. And the gods feel bad for you. I mean, I don't want to say they feel bad for you because that sounds like, they're pitying you or some shit like that. because it's not your fault. You didn't ask. It just ended up that way. So they're just being smart. They're just giving they're giving back karma, right? Because most of these people at the end of the day, they think like you're a scapegoat and that's the end of the day, and then you're gonna just go away, you're gonna die and shit. No, 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 no. Not at all. That is not what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is you're gonna become powerful. If you stop freaking out, if you stop acting like a bitch, if you stop fucking, thinking that humans are, there for you and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like going to go see the fucking Illuminati and all kinds of stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like if you stop acting like a bitch, you're gonna understand what the gods are actually trying to tell you. Because a lot of you guys have divine knowledge, but you don't know. You're not letting, your heart is not open, your mind is not open, you're not open to the other dimension. And I'm starting to see this more and more on my channel. If you pay attention more and more on my channel, the more I talk about gods, and the more I talk about my stance with the gods, the more people are like judgmental about my relationship with the gods. They're judgmental, so they don't have that relationship with the gods. So the gods are actually your parents now. They're actually teaching you they're giving you the power. They're teaching you how to use your power. They're teaching, if you let them, that's what they will do. And that's like what they decided to do with all the scapegoats. This is the trick. This is unanimous. This is unanimous. It's just some people freak out. A lot of you guys freak out. A lot of you guys don't understand what's going on. A lot of you guys are afraid. And like I said before, if you look at my channel right now, they're kind of like, they don't understand the relationship with gods. They don't understand my relationship with gods. They don't understand what's going on. You know what I mean? And some of these guys might be scapegoats. Maybe not all of them, but some of them might be. This is a big secret. This is a big secret. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, it's like, this is good for you to know. If you didn't know, it's good for you to know. It's good for you to know. Because like I said before, you listening to guys talking about like soul traveling, you know what I mean, and love magic and shit. You know, like what the fuck, like you're way more than that, man. Way more. Like you are downplaying yourself consistently downplaying yourself. It's crazy. That's the secret of the scapegoat. Some wild shit. Some crazy stuff, man. Some crazy stuff. Y'all don't believe that shit. I know some people that ain't gonna believe that shit. Like, that's craziness. Not blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, that's how the world works. Y'all think that all these mythological things are from the past. No, it's going on right now. It's like I told you before in my other video. Scientists are telling us what's going on right now, and you think it's going on in the future. That shit is not in the future. The shit you see like Star Wars and all that shit, that's right now. It's just imagery. It's just a premise. We call that a premise, a reason for. It's a reason for. It's like, like this. It's imagery. It's artistic. It's an artistic point of view. But all that science fiction shit, that's going on right now. Fuck with me, man. Fuck with me, bro. Like, forget all that nonsense these people are talking about, bro. Like, wake up, man. Smell the coffee, smell the flowers. Wake up. Wake up. We got this. You know what I mean? There's a lot of jealous cats out there. There's a lot of scapegoaters. There's a lot of scapegoaters, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of jealous cats out here, man. We don't care. We got power. We got real power. A lot of people got power and they don't even use it. Because they don't understand it. And they don't want to understand it, too. Pardon my language. No pun intended. But it is what it is. Because I had this conversation. The reason why I'm saying no pun intended, no offense meant, because I had this conversation with this person before. I had this conversation with somebody before. This person was wondering, why am I a scapegoat? What is a scapegoat? You know what I mean? I was trying to explain it. I was trying to explain it without telling too much. But it's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow, bro. Like, you are being sacrificed for the betterment of society. You are being sacrificed for commonwealth. For the commonwealth, bro. Just like that TV show Andromeda, when they're in space and it's all about, they're trying to create the commonwealth. And he's like, this guy is like driving a ship that's super powerful. It's like the most powerful ship in the world, in the universe. And he's trying to like make friends with all the aliens so they can all like exchange their resources. I mean, he was a scapegoat. The character itself that had the ship was a scapegoat because he was by himself and he had the responsibility by himself to reconnect the universe with everybody else, like reconnect everyone in the universe to each other by himself. He was a scapegoat. You know what I mean? This Christ figure, you know, holy moly guacamole figure. You know what I mean? So anyways, man, I'm probably gonna get killed after this video. I'm probably gonna get murdered after this video, so you know, I'll see you guys in the next life. If you never see me again. And if I die, fucking Elmira did it. Fucking Joe Biden did it. All right, so I'm gonna see you guys later, man. Peace out. Have a good one.